vaccines, food support is the fiscal bill the government can afford. Hello and welcome to Inventiva. This is Sonia Ghatraj back again with the big news. The government will need to weather the additional pressure on its fiscal health as it foots the bill of providing free fruit grain to the most vulnerable and free vaccine for its citizens. Both these measures and more contemplated to the world of the pandemic would give outsized benefits to the government through improvement in economic growth recovery. The government recently announced that it would extend its free food distribution program further in the wake of the second wave. It also changed its decentralized vaccination policy and will now procure 75% of the vaccine to distribute free to its citizens. Economists estimate that both these measures will lead to the additional spending of 0.4 to 0.5% of gross domestic product. This indeed is an additional pain to an already stretched budget for the government. Analysts of Inventiva believe that the budgeted fiscal deficit is 6.8% of GDP. The silver lining is that the government has got a larger than budgeted dividend transfer from the Reserve Bank of India. The central bank transferred 99,142 crore as against a budget of 53,500 crore. Further, its indirect tax collection have managed to remain reasonably strong despite the second wave of the destruction. Goods and service tax collection were above 1 trillion in May. The RBI has even committed to support the government should it need to borrow more from the market. More importantly, the effect of the speedy vaccination on the growth could offset some of these short-term fiscal pain. The speed and the intensity of the economic recovery is directly tied to the speed of vaccination. As more Indians get inoculated, the need of lockdown would reduce considerably and thus economic activity will speed up. As such, high-frequency data already showed improvement in activity June onwards. All this leads to a higher tax revenue for the government. Meanwhile, the government needs to get more amount of its disinvestment plan to avoid the risk of its fiscal deficit hurting the country's sovereign rating. Indeed, a rising debt burden would risk the event of downgrade from rating agencies. With India already at the cliff edge of a sovereign ratings downgrade, we remain alert to possible rating actions towards year-end and early next year as fiscal risks become more evident, wrote analyst to Normer in a note.